Folks, you can't wrench tithing out of the Christian experience. You can't do it. It's what we're all about. It's declaring worship. It's declaring lordship. Let me hurry on to two things. I want to end with blessing today. Not with cursing, with blessing. Proverbs chapter 3, please. By the way, Proverbs was written by the wisest man who ever lived, save Jesus. Solomon, the wisest man. You think you should listen to what he had to say? The wisdom of his words has lived out because he said he received the Spirit, the wisdom from the Spirit. Proverbs chapter 3, beloved, look with me, verse number 9. Honor the Lord with thy substance. Honor the Lord with thy substance. You know what that means? That means please God in everything that you do with what He's given you. In essence, it means we're responsible to Him for the whole 100%. Honor the Lord with it. Don't think you can give God 10% and then buy some sort of prescription online to some porno thing with the rest of it. Hello. Absolutely right. Honor the Lord with it. And then he goes on, and with the first fruits of all thine increase. The first fruits of everything that comes into your hand. First fruits, not last, not leftovers, not when I get around to it. Not I'm not going to do it for 3 weeks and then the fourth week I'm going to come through with something. First fruits. Look at the promise, verse 10. So shall thy barns be filled with plenty, and thy presses shall burst out with new wine. Back with me now and I'll close. Malachi chapter 3. Verse number 10. Bring ye all the tithes into the storehouse, that there may be meat in my house. Beloved, let me just stress to you again, this is what God wants. God wants you to pay your tithe here in the storehouse. We do not have to have the liberty. We have to give it to the high priest. I think I've proven that scripturally. We don't have the right to give it to the poor widow. Give it to the high priest. The high priest will listen to God as to what to do with that, and he will make provision. That's the way it goes. You do not have the right to give it to whatever ministry you choose.
Thank you for visiting Full Gospel Temple YouTube. It is an honor to bring you these videos from our pulpit. If these sermons have blessed you, would you consider taking a moment and visiting our website to make a donation? Something else you can do is order the DVD of this program. Each program is dated. Simply mark on a piece of paper the date along with your name and address, phone number, and send $12 plus $3 shipping and handling to Full Gospel Temple, care of Media, 34033 Palmer Road, Westline, Michigan, 48186. This program is copyright 2009.
You don't have any discretion as to what to do with it. You bring it to the high priest so that there is ample in his house. Why? Because his house, this local church, is the center of our Christian experience. It is the hub through which the spokes of the wheels of ministry roll. It comes through here. Listen to me, church. Some of you, and please don't misunderstand. Some of you give faithfully to the lighthouse, yet you don't tithe to your high priest Jesus. And you think that you're blessing God. Now, I almost hesitate to say it because I don't want you to stop your giving to the lighthouse, because Lord knows we need it. And we talk about it all the time because it's a very benevolent thing to do, and we give food to people, and that's nice, and everybody feels good about it. But let me make this clear to you. Let these lights go out, and let those doors close, and let there be no staff here because we can't afford to pay them. And I promise you, the lighthouse will be gone 30 seconds after that happens. Do you understand that the ministries of this church run out of the strength of the home base? That's why I instruct you constantly. When it's time to give, I say give above and beyond your tithe. Now listen, I also understand that giving is a big deal. I'll be speaking on it again next week. You'll want to come and hear more. God has a lot to say about giving. God has a lot to say about our finances. And I understand that most of us, when we come to Christ, our finances are all messed up because we live the law of covetousness. Most of us are in debt and we don't handle our money correctly. I understand that once truth comes into your heart, it takes time to work that truth out. I understand that. But the first thing you need to do is obediently tithe. Listen to me. If you're giving a little here and giving a little there, stop all that and start focusing on tithing, and then look to God as to how to operate your finances. I promise you, God will speak to your heart. You'll begin to move the way God wants you to move, and I promise you that over time, there will be enough finally above and beyond your tithe to begin to give again to those ministries that you believe that God wants you to give to. That's the way that it works. But tithing is first, beloved.